Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a long-awaited Total Drama What If. Today, we're going to be doing What If Harold and Justin swap teams? Right, let's just get into it. So, in the first elimination episode, obviously, I don't think Harold and Justin being on different teams will make much of an impact. The Bass, Harold and Justin both jump. And so, because of that, the outcome stays the same. Gophers make it first and they get the cards. And I don't think Justin's got anything to bring to the table or anything that Harold lacks to make it so the outcome ends any differently. And so the Gophers still win the challenge and the Bass still go to elimination. And obviously, Ezekiel does still say what he, says in the canon. And so he is out of there. Episode 3 is the Try Not to Sleep challenge. Now, Harold's up very early, but Justin is cheating, and without Justin being on the same team as Gwen and Trent, he actually might not get caught doing his cheating method. And so, I'm going to say that, actually, no, he'll probably end up winning, and then they'll find out he was sleeping, and then they'll give the win back to Gwen. So the Gophers win this challenge as well. So, Bass, who do they vote out here? Again, with all of, the Heather and Eva MP3 thing, I think it's most likely that they're still going to be voting out Eva here because of, anger issues. Right. Episode 4. Now, this is going to be the first change, but not Harold on the Bass. The Bass still lose because Harold is the only reason they win. Justin was mediocre, but I think Harold would be better for the Gophers. So the Gophers win this challenge as well, even with Noah and that. So on this one, I think although Courtney threatens to vote for Duncan if they don't win this challenge, he did participate and help his team get 2 back. And so because of this, I think they're gonna go for some either Katie or Sadie here. And so I'm gonna say they're gonna go for Sadie because Kate was actually pretty good, in all honesty. She wasn't bad. So, right. Episode 5, talent contest. And again, and now, I don't know if I can even do it at this point. I'm tempted to say that's 4 in a row, Gopher wins. It's hard to say, but no. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, actually, no, I am gonna have to do that. I'm just trying to make things realistic. Yep, Gophers wins, even though Justin was the best on the Gophers in the original. With him on the Bass, it doesn't change the outcome as the rest of the Bass were pretty bad. So the Gophers win, Bass go to elimination again, and obviously Justin doesn't get voted out this time because he was the main, person that, well, who did that. I'll just keep going. Bridget, though, is most likely the one that gets voted out here because she caused a chain of events which then led to Courtney's violin being broken, which she was probably the most talented member in the team by far. So her doing that caused a chain reaction as well as the fact she was eating chips. Well, I'll say chips. And so that caused her to vomit. So, probably Bridget that goes out here. She caused a lot of bad, you know, stuff. Right, episode 6. Psyche Outdoors. Now, finally, I can give a reason for the Gophers to lose here. Without Katie and Sadie going out on their own, the Bass get back first, and I believe they will still do so here, so the Gophers are going to elimination. Now, there's a lot more dynamics you have to deal with in the Gophers. I feel like Noah, ever since the Dodgeball episode, has still not really been putting his all in the challenges, and I feel like they still do see this, and it annoys them, and Noah is eliminated. Episode 7 is the Fear Factor competition, and running through the people that did their thing here. Duncan did it. Tyler did it. I can't remember if Jeff did it. No, I know those two did it. Say Katie wasn't here, but Sadie did it, so I think Katie would do it. That's three. I didn't. No, I don't know about the rest of them. Um, Lindsay did it. Gwen did it. Trent. Oh yeah, no. I think no. I think the Gophers lose this one because I think they actually have a good amount of people that did the challenge here. I think Justin did. I can't even remember, but I'm gonna say the Bass win this, and the Gophers are going back to elimination. Um, this time around, I think they'll go for someone that didn't complete their challenge, and who would that be? That someone would probably be. Oh, Beth did it. Lindsay did it. I'm gonna have to say that it might be either Cody or no. I think it would actually be Cody. Yeah, Cody's not got connection to anyone. He's trying to connect to Gwen, but it hasn't really worked out yet. And so, oh, all right, there we go. Cody is then eliminated. Right, episode 8. Obviously, this is the one where Izzy blows up like a massive thing, then then the police find her. So I don't think it matters as Izzy is still eliminated. Episode 9 is the paintball where Cody gets mauled. Without Cody getting mauled, though, the reactions between Lindsay, Beth, and Heather, and they still happen. And Heather is then voted out because without Cody being here to be too injured to continue, there is no reason for them to keep Heather around. Right, now we're back to even. Episode 10. If you can't take the heat. Oh, Who even is out on this one? Um. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's Beth. Um, with Beth being voted out in the original, I feel like she obviously still takes the totem from the island 2 episodes back, and I think due to just the events of things, this is still the case. I mean, she would still take the totem, and even though I'm pretty sure the totem was pointed out by Heather, I reckon someone like Harold, who's very observant, would also see it and would also point this out to the team, causing her to be eliminated. Episode 11 is the I don't even know what goes on in these challenges. First one is about pulling people up rocks, and that was Heather and Gwen. I think I'm gonna replace Heather with Lashana, and there was Duncan and DJ, wasn't it? I think. And so yeah, it was. And Gwen and Heather win that in the original, even with Heather trying to purposely sabotage Gwen. So Heather and Lashana win that one. No, not Heather. Gwen and Lashana win that one. Trent and Lindsay are still both here for the gopher, so Trent still gets poisoned. Although Jeff is no longer got Bridget, I still think that, for example, as long as he doesn't get Katie or Justin or Tyler, I think they'll manage. But I think he'll most likely get Courtney. And so I think they complete that challenge. So it's a 1-1. And then the other challenge is the tightrope thingy. I think Harold would do that with because Harold's still doing it. I'd assume he must do it with someone that hasn't gone yet, so probably Owen. Yeah, Alden Owen, and I don't think they're gonna manage. So the Bass win that point. Final one. DJ still cheats for his bunny, so it goes 2-2 tiebreaker. So who do I say wins? I'm gonna say the Gophers win because they have less people. So the Bass go to elimination. Now, no one in particular on their team really screwed up. They all kind of held their own. And so because of that, actually no, I'm gonna say in the oh yeah, no. I can't have anything to say. I think they're just gonna vote out who do they vote out here? I mean, I think out of everyone, the one with the least utility to them is Katie, and so I feel like they vote out Katie, even though she technically didn't do anything. Oh crap! I'm forgetting the apple challenge. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I'll replace Sadie with Katie, and then she like chucks apples at Courtney. Blah blah blah. All right, basic straining. The last people up in the original were Gwen, Jeff. Yeah, Gwen and Jeff were the last two on their team. Obviously, that's still the case. I don't think Harold's going to do anything. I don't think Tyler's going to do anything. I don't think Justin's going to do anything. Those are all the new ones here. So I believe that the outcome will be the same and that Gwen will win. So the Bass then have a vote. And obviously, because of the fact that the votes aren't rigged. Harold has no reason to because they're not staying in the same side of the cabin, so Duncan and the boys don't have a way to intimidate them, and do stuff to him. No rigging the votes, so it is all down to the Bass. I feel like they're going to target probably Justin here because of the fact he is a threat due to his manipulation powers on women, which doesn't really work on a lot of the women left, but would still work on the likes of Lindsay. I think they just, and also he's not even that good in challenges. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Right, then we go to episode 13, and that is again, the little challenges that I don't really even remember. Oh yeah, the falling out of the bridge. Hell, I think this challenge in all was fairly determined on the last one, and so with Duncan and Lindsay still riding one boat, Harold is not able to be the thingy, so it's going to be let's say Lashana driving and Courtney riding, and I think Lashana wins that for them. So Bass go to elimination again, last elimination, and sadly they definitely do vote out Tyler. Okay, now we're to merge, and we've got. I'll split into females and males. We've got 4 to 6 on the gender split. Okay, 4 to 6. Alright, so a bunch of discussing this, obviously, non-elimination challenge. Oh, yep. Well, I'll tell you two people that can even out the numbers fairly easily. No, not Cody. Alright, there we go. We've got Eva, and then we've got Izzy. Now, straight away, I'm going to make this clear. Because Eva had a massive grudge on Bridget, as she was the only Bass female to make it to the merge, because this now applies to Courtney, this is now going to be Eva against Courtney. And so, Lashana and Eva are still going to be the last two. Maybe Courtney will make it far, but I think it'll still be Lashana and Eva. Lashana still wins immunity. And I would say it is going to be a toss up between Courtney and Eva. And I mean, more people don't like Eva, but Courtney, not a lot of people like Courtney either, but Eva still gets voted out here. Right? Search and do not destroy. This one is kind of just all down to who gets the chef's key one. And I'm just going to give it to. I don't know. I'll give it to who wasn't here in the original? Courtney, Harold. So it's one of those two that I have to give this to. I think it's got to be that I give it to Harold, I guess. I think he'd be sneaky at it, even though he's a bit clumsy. But Harold it is. So this leaves a lot of divide. I think Duncan and that would have kind of still wanted to get out Harold now that they're in the same cabin again. He's already started to cause people to, get annoyed with him. But without that, I think they target a strong female, and I feel like that strong female would now be either Gwen or Lashana. Gwen has Trent, and I assume the boys, bar maybe Harold, are all conspiring here, making the boys' alliance, maybe without Harold being involved. And so I think because of Trent defending Gwen, they actually settled on Lashana. And because they have the advantage over the girls, and I don't even think all five of them will even agree, Lashana is voted out. Alright, episode 17. The hiding and the seeking challenge. In this one, the only person to survive is Lashana, but when it comes to finding people, I think Courtney would manage it, and I think Courtney would get immunity, and I think she'd be the only one, because I think she'd do the kind of selfish thing that Heather did, and make it so she found both of them, so only she gets immunity. Okay, now, episode 17, I believe this is about the time where obviously the guys' alliance is formed in this episode, but I think it was formed an episode earlier without the inclusion of Harold. No one really likes Harold. He's not really got any bonds. He probably had a bond with Lashana, but that bond wasn't enough to stop her from getting voted out last episode. Now he's all by himself, so he's easy pickings, and he is voted out by pretty much everyone. I think he's a consensus target that no one's going to be too annoyed about. Okay, episode 18, Off the Chain. I'm going to just say that the ones that made it through with their bikes in the original were ones that made it. Well, obviously, I had the ones. So, Duncan, Owen, they made it. Lindsay made it. And I think Courtney would make it. So that's 4. I think that this time, because of the fact that it's not Heather, I think Lindsay actually beats Courtney to the end, and Courtney is now in second place, causing Courtney to be voted out. Obviously, really upsets Duncan, but there's nothing he can do about that. Okay, now hook, line, and screamer. Now, this can already be just put down to Lindsay and DJ. I think by just a small amount, DJ gets voted out, but it is minuscule because they are both absolute scaredy cats. So it's a tough one to call. Okay, oh crap, I've got one too many person. Oh, not one too many people. How has that happened? Oh well, I'll just do. Wait, no, I don't. Never mind. It's just because for some reason Heather isn't shown in the thumbnail of the. Nah, never mind. For this one, I can't even remember who actually wins immunity. Who is it? Anyway, in this, I think it's going to be. Probably going to be Duncan. I think because though. Oh wait, no, it's about capturing the animals. What am I on about? Wasn't it Gwen that won this challenge? Yes, it was. Wait, no, it was Heather. Oh no. Oh no, it was Gwen. It was Gwen. And so Gwen wins. She gets immunity. Trent's obviously double agenting, but I think this is where he defects from the guys' alliance. Doesn't let them know about that. Obviously, goes to Gwen. Tells them the whole guys' alliance because he feels really bad. And he's trying to make it up to her. She agrees him, but says they need to vote for a strong threat. I think. I think Lindsay can come in on this, and I think they all vote for Duncan. I think they get Izzy on this, and so the boys think they're going to be voting for Izzy, but Duncan then gets voted out. Okay, pair challenge. I'm going to make it Owen and Lindsay, Jeff and Gwen, Trent and Izzy, and I've got to give this one to. Because I mean, like, Duncan and Lashana work well together, but I don't think it would work anywhere near with Lindsay and Owen and Trent and Izzy. So I think Jeff and Gwen win this challenge. So it's between the other 4. And because they used the whole likable card on Jeff here, I think they might use the same thing on Owen. But actually, no. Jeff won't want to get rid of Owen. Izzy doesn't want to get rid of Owen. Owen won't want to get rid of Owen. So I actually think they're going to vote for Izzy here? Yeah, no, they do. They vote for Izzy here. There we go. Final five. It is a vote off. Unlike the first name that would get mentioned, I think the name that would get mentioned is Lindsay. So Lindsay gets the Lashana treatment, and so Lindsay is then voted out. Okay. Episode 23 is a non-elimination, so we can go to episode 24. This one is the boys versus the girls, and because technically I'm gonna make it Jeff and Owen versus Gwen and Trent. I think Gwen and Trent win this challenge because they just have really good cooperation, and because of Owen's eating of the brownies, which obviously causes their team to lose. So between Jeff and Owen, I think they're both extremely likable. And if it comes to a vote, I think they know that Owen would win. But when it comes to physically, they know Jeff would win. And so I think they decide to keep Owen. So they vote out Jeff in fourth. Okay, now I triple dog dare you. This one would go completely differently to how it goes in the original. Gwen and Trent are going to be teaming up just trying to get out Owen. But he is not budging. He will not. He will just do anything. So Owen is immune. He's going to have loads of freebies. And he's just going to be doing everything. Eventually, he's going to get to the point where he needs to start using freebies because I don't think he's stupid enough not to. And so it's between Gwen and Trent on who will go out first. Now, I do think that Gwen's a bit more resilient to certain things than Heather is, but I do think that there's a possibility if she was to have gotten the shaved head that she wouldn't have done it herself. And so, because her and Trent have just been pretty much just using their freebies on to make Owen do all the challenges, they have none left. And so, Gwen can't freebie this to anyone and is then eliminated. And yes, I partly did that so I wouldn't be the same as the canon finale, but final thingy, Owen's the canon winner of the season, making me think that and with Trent pretty much running alongside Gwen the whole time, it's fairly easy to make the assumption that if Gwen didn't beat Owen, Trent wouldn't beat Owen either. So Owen still wins this season. Alright, I'll be honest, it was really enjoyable to do another Total Drama What If, but if I'm going to continue doing these, which I'm not sure, we'll see how this video does, but it is hard to remember so much about loads of different seasons of different shows, and so if I'm going to be doing more Total Drama What Ifs, I'm going to need to refresh my memory a lot, and that might take a while. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, consider liking and subscribing. I'm trying to get to 2Ks as quick as I can because, that'd be brilliant. And so, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.